Okay. Expectation that there is. We'll start our latest live stream. Belinda Leach and Jane Cross. Who is, how many times has she finished?
She has finished 5 times.
Gosh, it's amazing. And her two sisters and her mother are all going. Who's just given a high five?
I'm coming up this.
This stream up so far, if you be.
Oh, and a refreshment tent, is it? Or is it? No, it's Mrs. Kenyon, who has.
Offline and doing a few other trips and took a few. Revisit those in a minute.
When did it stop? Oh, John Crane. That's you.
Is George Blair, who'd finished 4 times. Can you read the number yet, Belinda?
64. We waved.
We're definitely. Oops.
$185 was Gabriel Farrier.
She finished.
Or it could be Farmer, actually.
Farmer, Farrier, multi-talented.
So we're going to go.
Twice time finisher.
Thank you. We're going to go towards the front of the field now and catch up. Last time we saw them at Bright, Richard Gerard was well clear. However, he was more than half an hour outside his time from last year and still struggling with a stomach problem that's afflicted several of the walkers this year. That's Alison Brand, I think, is it?
Yes, it is.
Alison Brand and her comeback.
71.
71 is Louise Duncan, finisher twice.
So Richard had a comfortable lead earlier, but there's very close, as most people will be following the times, no doubt, between 2nd and 5th or 2nd and 4th. So we're going to catch up with that shortly and plan to get into Douglas to the finish for about 10 o'clock. This road's always also used for the Manx Marathon, which I know only too well here. Always remember this area being littered with Methodist chapels, and there's one just down here. Can't remember the name of it.
Carragaro.
What are we?
80? No, 60. Must be very strong.
60 was. Oh, this is going to test me. Ewa, and I cannot even make an attempt at the surname, but it begins with a K.
So when you realise how difficult it is being a sports commentator and newsreader, isn't it?
But she was a twice finisher, 2 times finisher as well.
Go back and see her a few more times this evening.
I think I might get you to try to pronounce it.
Some cars stopped here. Oh, they're just parked. I thought to be
What
going
are
to
we
listen
on
in the road.
here? 20.
29.
Talantir, is it? No.
See, it's
Looks like it's lean.
29 is Alan Tier, 7 times finisher.
Wow.
Son of Johnny Tier, well-known retired policeman of Beam. Keen motorcyclist, Alan.
Oh, right. Must forget. We mentioned earlier in the day the number of marshals, and the further around the course you go, the longer the stints they have to do. So these marshals will be probably about 5 or 6 hours on this stint.
It's a nice social little gathering here.
That was, what's it? Civil Defence, Cameen, Stuart Cameen. Oh, I can't get through that.
Traffic jam at St Jude's. Did you manage to get your lights on?
Yes.
Yeah. We've got our red light on, which means that we're transmitting, which was something we weren't able to do earlier in the day.
19.
It's
Isn't he very smart for a supporter?
Stephanie Quayle, who she's done it 4 times previously and finished every time. Because I used to tag her incorrectly because there was another Stephanie Quayle who'd done it previously. So I know her well. So she's one of the few people who's never dropped out of the parish walk. You?
No.
Yeah.
19.
Together, Jay.
Oh, this is to test me.
No, well, I can help you. There's Karen Laurie. They do.
28 was Tony McIntosh.
Karen and they
Laurie.
do everything together. They've done. They did the walk across Europe, even Alsace to Lorraine. Big long walk. I can't remember what it's called now. And they've done 100 miles together and everything.
Wow.
And I complained earlier on because they're very difficult to take a photograph of because they're contrasting heights.
68. Going well.
Was
Catherine Clough. Yes, we looked her up earlier when I was talking to her.
To get to the ones we're in the high number, 617, in a race walking style. And then 16 is Chris Cale.
Yep. He's on his 15th.
617 was Derek Mounty? It's just getting a bit dim lighting in here for reading.
Chris Cale, who we just passed, is proprietor of the Up and Running store, is on for his 15th finish.
Wow.
Can't remember. I think they're probably consecutive.
Wow.
So he's in the elite, really in the top 7 or 8 for a number of finishes. Most remarkable about Chris is, I'm sure I'd say it to his face, is that he tends to start a bit too fast sometimes and yet still gets through. So great tenacity.
We'll get a cheer from this lot. Bit of refreshments to the right.
To reaching the Ginger Hall pub.
Yes.
And we're passing Bernie Johnson, I think. Bernie Ball that was. I'm not sure.
There was 138
Oh,
and 60 something. I
Was it
can't
Lee Johnson as well?
I didn't. Temperature's cooler. Degrees at the moment. 104.
it's Richard Lee, finisher, once previously.
$36.
Jane Moody.
Oh, right, I should have reckoned. Jane.
What number was Andrew Titley? Was he
18,
18.
yeah.
I'd be interested to see if his support is here. Because if his support...
As I've mentioned previously, although he's has never finished the parish, he's done 100 miles, so he's on a par with most of these. Such an idea of going ahead and just adding a new dimension. Next walker, 15, Robert Curry, who is an astrologer of some note, goes around the world giving speeches or presentations. Lives next door, next to the course, the parish walk course at Santon. We're on the outskirts of Ramsey. There's no parish church in Ramsey. Got Lazaire on one side and Mackle on the other. You get buried in one or the other, don't you?
A little refreshment table there.
Past Ramsey Grammar School. We're on the TT course, but as we go through Ramsey, we'll leave the TT course again, so rather than going over the mountain, we'll be going towards the coast. Picking up several more walkers now, and the great Jock Waddington, number 3, city this year. This is 10th and final parish
Good
walk.
crowds in Ramsey.
Good crowd here.
Yeah. Terry Waddington, who's completed the course herself. I remember someone saying you can't give up now, it's only 25 miles to go. Who have we got next? 2 more, it looks like Adam Killip to me. One of the young, one I think about only 2 people under the age of 30 who's up there, and it's probably Andy Dawson, it is, number 10. And Emma Schilling, who's the first one we've seen with the lights on, is it?
She's walking well.
Is she the first that we've seen with
Yes.
lights? Yeah. I can't remember the rules as to when they're supposed to have the flashing lights on. Is it by distance or by time?
I've no idea, I don't know.
You'd think they would have them on now, unless we're just not seeing them. So we'll shortly be taking the turn off the, we know it's the coast road.
That's what I'd like to know where they are. We may see them. Because we saw them was on yeah.
We are getting up towards the top of the field now, probably only a dozen or so.
Yes, the left.
Yeah.
Would like to take us on the next lap. food at the village green.
Remind me of the name of this road?
It's the road to Mackle.
I knew that bit. What's the name of this port?
Or Portivola.
Oh yes, that's it.
Or is it Portwig at this point?
Oh, well, if we're going to be pedantic about our ports,
Have to get them in the right order.
it was Port Louis first.
Luig first, I think, and then Portivola second, I think.
I think it's that crossing where in the 1960, the first of the modern era parish walks, there was a great shot going over the crossing.
That's a beautiful house. That's a dangerous drive to come reversing out of.
Quite spread out, aren't they?
Very spread out now.
Something. 14 and 48.
Is Nigel Ash. Oh, no, Noel Ash. Oh, he's a finisher 4 times.
50.
Was Samuel Fletcher, who has
Oh, no.
finished 3 times.
And was in 5th place. So that I suggest guessing it's 6 because this is Brian Kelly, who is behind him last time we saw him, wasn't he? Behind Sam. So that would suggest we've only got probably another 4 or 5 in front now. Richard must be well up to there's Brown, one of the judges.
That's a terrible effort.
Oh yes, Terry's overtaken 1 or 2 people, hasn't he?
Yes.
So maybe there's more ahead than I thought. He was definitely behind Sam and I think behind Brian last time we saw them.
I'll have to shout. Sorry.
Go, Terry!
Come on,
Come on, Terry! Get a wiggle on!
Come on. Shake it a bit. Probably time for a fag, really. Please edit that.
I think Terry's probably said more times. He must have said more times than anybody he's never going to do it again. Well, man, Robbie Collister said it a few times.
Look at what they're looking at. They're here in daylight.
It's probably one of the best parish walks ever for the clear views, just tranquility.
Sorry.
Oh my God, the John Hall! Oh my God. Say anything else at this stage? some reason we've all gone quiet at the moment after seeing the last spectator.
It's nice to see so many spectators out enjoying the spectacle.
But if
The parish walk certainly brings all types of people out. That one was almost in the gutter.
It's a beautiful evening.
I was just admiring the view.
And now we're coming into Markle for a lovely, hopefully some hot refreshments on the green.
Have to say, Murray, if we're allowed to stop,
Yeah, of course,
we'd
yeah.
love to. Where would be a good place to park?
There's the queue. Same place as everybody else, probably.
That's Greg and Tracy.
Actually, it's surprising there's not that many cars, right?
Wonder why the last spectator isn't joining in with everybody else.
I can't even phone Mary at the moment because I've got this on.
None of us were due to scream. Not one of us. That is off, isn't it?
It's still on, yeah. Still on. Still on. Oh, sorry, you're going out this side. We're still on air.
Especially after that.
Just, would you just do me a favour when you get
Yeah.
out? Just carry it around, and I'm just going to ring Mary. Just put your hand under that. Just make sure you don't bounce that round to pull it out too much, but you can zoom in and out.
Right. Jane,
Just hold that so we stay close together.
if we need money,
I've got
I'll
like
be with you in a
right.
minute. But just go up and talk to people like you would do.
I've got
we've got to stay together. We've both got the same device. This is talking to that device.
Oh. A bit of a double act then.
And it's transmitting live. And here we are in Mackle Village, about to enjoy, we hope, some good food and certainly some banter with the many crowds who are here to support the various walkers.
Oh, you're all on video. Well done, Belinda. Well done.
You are being beamed live to the world, live streaming. And here we have the Smith family, all looking very relaxed, hopefully been baking to support their event. Well done, Molly, the major baker.
How did your champagne go?
It's on Parish, it's streaming live.
How did your champagne make it go?
Hopefully that's good. We'll go back to that when we finish. So enjoying the jolliness that's happening here on the green at Mackle. It's the Mackle Social Club, and it all in aid of the Queen's Pier restoration. Signifies the community spirit of the parish walk, the jolliness, the banter. And over there in the distance we actually have the timing point for the walkers when they do appear. None at the moment. Important man keeping the timings up. We're going
Let's
towards,
go and check up on the timings and find out what's happened to people.
and here we have the timings engineer keeping everything up to speed, everything up to date.
Now we'll get everything talking to each other and all the tits up.
Where is our leader at the moment, please?
Somewhere between here and Lonnon. He hasn't made
Lonnon.
Lonnon yet. He'll be at Lonnon just after 10, it's about an hour away.
Perfect, thank you. And an update on all the positions. First, second, third.
Where's leading lady?
There's the leading lady.
We'll just film Mr. Terry Moffat coming into Mackle. Oh, Terry.
Andy, you're concentrating rather on Terry's bottom.
And go back to the current update of results. The leading lady is Casey.
Karen, yes.
Yes.
Yes, so she's third at the moment, and she came through here at just before 8:30.
Lovely, thank you.
Yeah, so David Walker's in second and Liam Parker's in fourth, and then you've just seen Mr.
Moffat.
Moffat
Oh,
come through
excellent.
second place.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the work you're doing as well, keeping us updated and informed. And I want to give also worth noticing that the parish walk does take us through some of the most magical Isle of Man scenery. Look at these views. Perfect evening. It's slightly cloudy, cooled off a bit, making it more bearable. And yeah, the social spirit is of the video.
How you doing?
Hi, Jordan.
We're looking to see where you find you.
We've just been given a wonderful update. So our leader's been through in the last hour because we have our timings man.
All right.
So there.
Thank you. So how many have gone through? Thank you.
That was Terry who's fifth at the
Fifth.
stage.
Thanks.
Murray, just a drink.
Karen's just got me a drink. Thank you. So, Steve Taylor, you're chief judge today. What's been happening?
In truth, like most years, we're following the main protagonist now because that protects the integrity of the event. Early on, we spoke to a number of walkers, and just to remind them really of the rules, to make sure that they stay within them. And I think it's fair to say that our presence has kept everyone well within the rules, so nobody's been disqualified.
Is that is the norm? I mean, it's very rare in the parish walk.
Very rare people get disqualified, yes, but people get tired, maybe let themselves go a little bit on the downhills particularly, or they get a little too excited early on. But yeah, today we've got a number of experienced judges out there, and they've all done their job, and people are paying heed.
So for you, Steve Taylor, chief judge in the London Olympics 2012, what's the score this year in the Olympics?
I will be judging in Rio, so just working on my bikini line, so getting ready for the Copacabana beach.
Yeah. And what's happened in the last 4 years? How many times have you travelled away from the island?
Travelled several times. I mean, I've been in China 2 or 3 times a year. I spent my 50th birthday this year in Slovakia at Dudinsk. I've also been to Lithuania.
Why is China such a popular destination?
China's the powerhouse of race walking, and they take it very seriously.
Not Russia then?
Not
Were you ever invited to Russia?
I was invited to Russia just this June because we're not allowed to officiate in Russia, and Russian officials aren't allowed to officiate outside of Russia.
I'm not doubting that China is the strong point, but have you ever witnessed anywhere where race walking forms such a big part of the community as the Isle of Man? To see the traffic signals indicating there's a race walking event on?
Where we say China sees race walking as their best chance of Olympic gold in athletics.
Yes.
But the race walkers they're not international superstars in any way, shape or form. But they spend a lot of money on it, and they bring judges into the country because they want their athletes to get exposure to international judging. And so I'm fortunate enough that I've been invited there.
But by contrast, this event may not be technically brilliant in terms of the walking standards, but it's such an important event, and there's nowhere where the radio station is covering it all day long. The newspapers are going to be dominating, but you can't see anything like this anywhere.
Not an event anywhere, but it's a community event as well. But it embraces here, Mackle Village, enjoying the event. But the Isle of Man as a whole community come out to enjoy it.
Okay.
So, as a community, they all come out the whole island, which is great, and we even have the help of our wonderful civil defence as well.
There you go. That's a good lead in.
It was a good lead in, wasn't it? Yes.
never
So
mind.
what's the role of the civil defence
Yeah,
here?
absolutely. We'll help all we can with this. It's like it's been said, it's one of the largest community events on the island. In fact, I think, if I'm correct in saying, when you look at the size of the population of the Isle of Man, this event is actually bigger than the London Marathon with the number of people that get involved in it on the island. So that's what we're here to do, to help the event organisers and keep everybody safe as much as we can.
And where does your role differ from the police?
Quite simply, I work with 50 volunteers, and I've got 50 volunteers out giving their own time for that.
Yeah.
So anything we can do from the first aid point of view, we help.
Thank you. I'll just break off to see Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly.
Still going.
How's it going?
Not too bad.
My driver, Belinda.
Would you like anything to eat, Mary?
No, thanks. Yeah, thank you.
Do you want me to hold it?
Just go around and talk to one or two people for. Try and get Karen to say something.
Well, talk to Kate. Kate, you very kindly invited us to call in on our route. And what are you doing here this evening?
We're raising funds for the Queen's Pier Restoration Fund.
Excellent. And who are we?
We are.
I'm just going to take.
You've got someone coming in.
What I find brilliant was the fact that I was able to come to
Sam Fletcher.
oh yeah, that was so random. It's just happening.
Absolutely amazing, well done.
Hi, well done, Sam. So that's the next walker through Mackald. We go back to our community editor now. We're going to swap camera duties. Go and chat to a few more people.
I'd like to talk to Lara if she'll talk to us this evening. Lara, I believe you're our great organiser of this event in Mackald.
Yes. It's been missed for a few years now. We used to do it with Mackald Social Club. Decided to do it this time individually with
These two coming in, which is and they were number 14 and number 48. We're still going at quite a pace. Now we are being technical, using a Zoom facility as well as they get their timing fobs to connect and keeping going, which is what we want to see, and certainly going off at a pace. Probably tempted for a quick hot dog.
Down there.
Calling in for
This is a good scoop for you.
calling in for a cup of tea. Excellent.
I wonder if anybody's taken that route before.
Very cool customers, these two. Just feeling a bit of a top up. I don't know whether they're going for candy floss as well. Don't think they're being charged. Plenty of sugar going in board on those teas. And off they go. And Lara. Definitely successful, Lara, there. Very successful when you're topping up the walkers. And a good cheer from everybody here. Sorry, Lara, we needed to capture that moment, and well done for running so quickly to top them up.
Well, you know.
And you're part of Mackle Social Club?
No, we've run this individually from
Ah, right, sorry.
We've decided to do it in aid of Queen Street.
All this party here then in some place.
Yeah, we've had a burger and we've had some coffee and yeah.
And now the midges
The midges are here to help us.
And how many hours are you here for?
I'll be here till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. Well, they're closing up at 2 o'clock, I believe.
No, they're not. 10 to 3.
No, the party.
Oh, the party.
The party, yeah.
Yeah.
How many have we had through so far?
We've got 9 through.
Can we have a quick peep at the times for those who are not following it online? Then we have Richard was through here at 4 minutes past 8, and he's 19 minutes ahead of number 4. And number 11 is 2027. I'm rapidly trying to remember who everybody is. So we've still got a good Dave Walker, of course, is number 4. So he's there's 8 minutes between 2nd and 4th, so it's pretty close. And then we've just seen the batch between 5th and 9th, where there's only 10 minutes between the 5 of them. So we arrived just at the perfect time here to see a lot of activity and also see the party. So we're going on to the finish soon.
Smashing.
See you, buddy.
See you. I think it's gone a little bit quieter because we've just had that.
Okay, that's it.
Right. Let's get these grub.
What happened?
No, I stopped at Peel as planned.
Oh right, that was always planned.
Yeah,
was it?
I had a long injury, so.
Oh right. So
Yeah.
you're just happy
Next
with
year
that.
to start 2017 training.
Just shows how much we've noticed. We hadn't missed you. So okay, was it all to plan?
Just a bit slower
And
now.
they're still waving.
Great stuff.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm
Come
fine.
all the way from Chesterfield just to help out.
Really?
I have indeed.
Gosh.
Well, I've got to come and help my bestie out, haven't I?
That's how it is.
Yeah.
It's,
Great
you've never seen anything
spirit.
like this in Chesterfield. Do
Oh, no.
you have a half marathon there or something?
Oh, they do, yeah.
Yes, I've heard something.
But I don't get involved with that. I come over here and get involved with you guys. See?
You probably answered this question before, so I want to ask it because this has been revived this year, hasn't it?
Yeah, we haven't done it for a couple of years, so we decided to do it. And we decided to do it for the Queen's Pier Restoration Trust because it's long overdue. It's a great charity, and the guy heading it all is Tom Durrant, and he's amazing.
And he lives in the north of Ireland,
He
obviously.
does. He was here really. He's come and enjoyed the evening, and he's
Yeah, nice fella. Yeah.
real nice.
Keep up the good work.
Yes, thank you.
Mackle has everything, wheelies on scooters and all sorts. Anybody want to chat? Not that I'm filling in time or anything, you know. Anybody wants to talk?
This is a past winner. Not sure of what.
Anything to say about the parish walk?
They're all doing brilliantly. They're all doing
Very
brilliant.
well
Keep going.
Do you know anybody who's taking part?
Yeah, my uncle's doing it. I don't know how far he's got. Go on,
Who's-
Tommy.
who's-
Tommy
who-
Kelly.
Oh right.
Yeah, go on, Tommy. And Dave Sutcliffe. Keep going. Come on.
Anybody else know anybody who's taking part?
Good food.
Good food, yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, good atmosphere anyway. I wish I caught those guys doing the wheelies on their scooters. Missed that.
Scream, wasn't it?
We won't be seeing them back here again.
That's it. So you just lounge out. Let's get over qualifying. This is more of an angle. Really try it out. There you go. Get me these. Yeah, get me these. Marie, we'll have to talk to you about your European
right.
not spectating, you're judging, aren't you? Marie Jackson's
today,
judging.
yes, yeah.
Tell us about your success in the European.
Well, it was only a mere stroll compared to this event, really. 20k.
But the speed that you're walking over 20, if you converted to miles an hour, perhaps.
Yes.
How fast were you walking in the heat?
Well, I did just over 2 hours, so
you're doing over 6 miles an hour, and that was in Italy.
That was in Portugal.
Portugal, right? It shows how well I've researched it.
Holiday as well.
And have you? What do you think of the Parish Walk today?
Oh, it's fabulous. Tough conditions though today. I wouldn't have liked to have done it today. Just
have you had much cause to speak to any of the
No, not
walkers
really.
or anything?
No, everybody's been very well paved from a walking perspective today.
And you've done it yourself on four.
No, I've only finished the whole thing twice. I used to do it a lot back in the days when it was a ladies' race.
Oh yes.
But yes, I've only finished it twice.
Have you any idea when the next walkers are due? We've got a bit of a gap, haven't we? We were lucky when we arrived here that we had 4 or 5 all very close together.
They shouldn't be too long.
We're just going to stay around here for a little while until heading to the finish, because I don't know whether you've got any expectations, but I would suggest that Richard is going to be quite a bit slower than last year.
Yes,
probably
suffered today.
well over 15 hours. So we've got more time to play with.
Yellow.
I wonder if anybody's watching. We don't know.
I know it's Hi, how are you doing?
All
right.
Got home, sorted himself out.
Nigel. Thanks, Marie.
All right, Maureen.
Taking lots of photographs of you last night.
Yeah.
We had Colin Crook. Colin Crook. I'll come back to him.
Okay,
Emma Schilling. Just follow Emma up to the gate.
Do I go that way?
Yes. Well done.
Yeah, definitely.
You're both Parish Walk finishers, aren't you?
Yeah, both Parish Walk, we both finished.
But you never did. I was saying that Colin Crooks, who was running in the same race as you last night, was walking today as well.
We did see him today. We did cheer him on.
Not
we saw
exactly
him around, because we marshalled at Moran, Blackboards, Rushing, Peel, and then we got the bus out here.
You've done something similar to previous times, haven't you?
It's been an amazing day though, amazing day.
Do you think you'd ever do it again?
I would like to think I'd like to do it one more time.
What about you, Nigel?
Do it one more time.
So maybe, I remember when I was doing this bit of pace, I might do it.
Yeah. I would.
Another walker.
Adam Killip. Adam.
right, okay, yeah, thanks.
Good luck, Adam.
Cheers.
You okay?
Cheers, I'm alright, I'm steady anyway. Just hanging in now.
Andy Dawson, followed by 4 times winner Jock Waddington. Right, Andy, on Jock.
Still smiling.
Back to the party with that rush of walkers.
Cry for help, I think.
Got Waddington's family support crew. I'm following you. Got to follow somebody.
Please, baby, darling, 25.